Shape up.
Shape up or ship out?
Feeling kind of beefier on camera this way.
You look fine, buddy.
I don't feel fine. I feel like the camera's adding.
It's not how you feel, it's how you look. And you look marvelous.
I don't know.
All right, brother. Let's go. Welcome, everybody, to the Orange Men Podcast. Dave and Clint here with you on a Sunday afternoon. 81 degrees, sunny, and we're down in the bunker freezing our tuchuses off. It's a little nippy down here.
It feels good down here.
Yeah, sure does.
Feels fantastic.
Orange Men coming at you from the bunker in Bethlehem. It's been several weeks since we've been together.
Yeah, my transition didn't go through, so.
Right. Yeah, that shit happens. That only means when...
I wasn't allowed. My mental state was too good.
One door closes, two more open. So stay positive, my friend.
Right. I'm hoping.
All right. So there is a shit ton of shit to talk about. But I guess we'll start with... I went Carnivore 3 months ago.
Yeah.
And down about 15. Feeling pretty good.
Nice.
But I want to do some separate videos on that just so I can share with everybody. Document my progress.
Your progress?
Yeah. I'll tell you, going from the SAD diet.
The SAD?
Yes, the standard American diet.
I didn't realize there was a... I didn't realize that was the case.
Yes, the standard American diet, SAD.
Mm-hmm.
To a human diet.
Right.
Eating what humans are supposed to be eating is transformative. I got to tell you, I sleep better. Everything I do is better. I got more stamina.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, in the morning I wake up before the alarm clock. I don't even need the fucking clock anymore.
Nice.
Well, we'll get into that later, but I want to I was
getting all that processed shit out of your system.
Yeah, that's all garbage.
Right.
So basically all I'm eating now is meat, do eggs, and drink water. Pretty much it. I'll add some electrolytes to that, but other than that, that's it. Been avoiding all the artificial stuff.
Nice.
Getting rid of the Diet Coke was tough, though. That's a hard thing to get rid of.
It's all sacrifices.
I know. I think it was time, 60 years old now. I think it's time for me to make some sacrifices, get my shit together. So, I have...
So what's going on? Where, you have what?
What? What's going on with what?
I don't know. You were going somewhere?
Well, I'm driving to work every day. I got satellite radio, so, it's about an hour and a half commute, so I listen to a lot of news.
Mm-hmm.
And what's really, really bugging me is all the protests at the college campuses.
Mm-hmm.
And you just look at these nitwits, and they really are stupid. I mean, I don't know if they're stupid, or I guess when you're taught something at a young age and you grow up believing that it's really it's a brainwashing, quite frankly.
Right. These
liberal institutions indoctrinate these kids, and this has been going on for the past, I don't know, 100 years maybe.
Well, it's all part of the like you were saying, we've talked about it before with the communists and stuff like that, where you gotta give somebody, the youth, something to fight for. And this is just one more thing, I guess, depending on what side you want to believe.
Well,
or it's the same thing with everybody listening to the White Coat Mafia, you know what I mean, for 4 years ago. Everybody listened, right. And now it's like, well, we've been told this by our college professors,
right?
And that guy should know best.
Well, when you when you think about it's funny because you just said about what side you want to believe.
I don't think. No, I'm just saying like
well,
what side
whatever side you're on,
you want to stand with. I guess.
But
is the case.
you know, it's hard to pick a side when you're not getting the right information.
Right.
And that's with everything this government's doing right now. You know, Palestine duly, you can say whatever you want, but they duly elected Hamas to run the government. So there's no Palestine and Hamas. It's not two separate entities. It's one.
Right.
The Palestinians elected these scumfuckers. So
well, I don't know how much they had a choice in electing, but I understand.
Really, is that what you're going to say?
I understand
that they're all just pathetic and weak.
No. Well, probably.
That they're all just.
Listen, look at what they do to people.
Sheeple.
Apparently, look at what they do to people.
Yeah, I know what they do to people, but look what Great Britain did to us.
I'm aware.
I mean, we fought back. How many people died so we can have this country? A lot. They're still dying today.
Right.
So you're telling me that all those citizens in Palestine are that worthless and weak? No. I don't believe it for a second. I think they're part of it. I think Palestine is Hamas and Hamas is Palestine. And if you stay in Palestine, you are Hamas. Look at, how come no one ever says anything about Egypt?
What do you mean?
Well, they have a border with Palestine. Do you see the size of that fucking wall?
Yeah, they don't want them in there.
No, why?
Because they're
savage animals. That's why.
They're troublemakers. But yes.
Yeah. Okay. So,
that's
Israel doesn't, and the only reason why Israel occupied Palestine, and that they've been out of there for how long? They've been out 7 years. They pulled out.
I don't know.
It's because they were trying to keep Hamas tampered down.
Well, you're not going to do.
They were trying to help the so-called citizens of Palestine who hate them,
right,
who want them dead, who want them wiped off the face of the earth. So this is Israel versus Palestine, not Israel versus Hamas. We got to stop playing that fucking game. Now you can like Israel or not. I don't really give a shit. But on the other hand, it's their fucking problem. It ain't ours.
Right.
We shouldn't be paying for everything.
Well, we do pay for it.
I know we shouldn't be. We shouldn't be paying for all this shit around the world. Bullshit. But
True.
So yeah, this is a real war, and in real war, there's collateral damage. I mean, these kids aren't protesting. Listen, in the 60s, they protested for peace.
Right.
Right? These protesters at these college campuses are screaming for the death
of Israel.
And yeah. So this isn't the same thing. This is sickening. It really is. And it's embarrassing.
Well, it's not. I don't think it's embarrassing. It's because
we
have. Well, listen. When you've been paid to push a certain agenda, whether it's I don't know, on the colleges, who knows what they're teaching unless you're in those classes, especially those elite fucking schools, because again, it's, well, we pay this much to go here, so obviously these people must be right or correct, and you're brainwashed, and a lot of it is too, like, they just go along to go along on those campuses. Like, I mean, I've seen videos of people going, I'm not really that informed on it, so I don't, but we're out here because of why. They don't know.
Because that guy's doing it.
Yeah. Well, it's the same thing that happened with the BLM protests and stuff like that, where you just had a bunch of people. Now, I get you sparked it for a certain reason, but there was a lot of people that were just there to be there. And it's like, all right, well, what else?
Well, all that shit was trumped up too.
No, I know, but how you gonna
that fucking guy died of a fucking heroin overdose.
No, we all know that now, but in the moment,
I knew it right from the beginning.
I understand that. But in the moment, the news, the media, the Democrats,
I know.
all pushed it to have
propaganda,
this racial division, which is only getting worse because of one group of people that keep on pushing it when it's not there. You go out in the streets, the news, the media, and everybody else, when you go out in the streets, nobody's acting the way that they're trying to tell you that everybody's acting. Nobody, like, and when you call out the one group that's actually doing stuff or that's, being a part of it, it's like, well, that's racist or whatever. No, it's the facts of, like, the videos don't lie. The news, like, you can't make it up. Like,
Really?
we see it.
They are making everything
No,
up.
I'm saying they're trying to spin it as it's another group of people where it's, no, we see it. You can keep on telling us that it's this person or these people or this group of people. We know who it is because everybody's got a cell phone and everybody's got their video camera out. So you can't fucking keep on denying what's actually going on.
Well, it's going on. All right, so what else you got?
Well, on that, I don't know because I'm not. I don't know.
Yeah,
I personally, because I've seen a lot of people going, take the wars for what they were, but we were doing the same thing in Afghanistan. We were doing the same thing in Iraq. We did the same thing. Like, somebody brought it up. Like, if Mexico were to do that, what would we do? We would bomb the fuck out of Mexico if they came over, stole a bunch of people.
Killed a bunch of people. Yeah, right.
Killed a bunch of people, stole a bunch of people, have hostages.
It would have been over in 2 days.
Yeah, we would have done the same thing. So I just, I think it's all just part of the stupid distractions that, kind of what you said, the sheep and the people just keep on falling for it.
What do you think of the bill that they got through to fund Ukraine? And
I don't know, man. That's a whole different story because that's... What do I think of it? I think it's all dumb because you have the Chuck Schumers and everybody else. I mean, Mike Johnson, we kind of touched on it when he first became the fucking speaker, where we weren't really sure. He has his differences of opinions before. They're different now. I don't know. They're blaming, like, I saw Lindsey Graham was saying, oh, well, this is, we did this because of Trump and this is the way he wanted us to vote. Like, all right, well, he's not in there. Like, he's not the president. He's not in the House. He's not in the fucking Senate. Why would you be doing something on his behalf or when he becomes there?
Well, they're trying to scapegoat him. But listen, I'm disappointed in the Republican Party.
Are you?
Yeah. The fact.
Why?
Well, because they should have shut down the government.
It's the same group of people, though.
It should have been, the first priority should have been our border.
It's not going to be.
I know that now.
It never was. That was the whole point. If there was a true bill that was just the border, the Senate would never, even if the House passed it, the Senate would never sign it.
I know. That's why you shut.
And even if they did,
that's why you shut the government down.
Even if they did, Joe Biden's never signing it.
Right.
So
but that's why you shut the government down.
I agree with you, but I think too, like,
it was weak and cowardly. They got no fucking balls.
That's all they are up there. They've fucking, like we've been saying,
we need to get along. We need bipartisan support. Get the fuck out of here.
It's not even.
These guys are fucking animals.
It's not even bipartisan support because if you get enough Republicans that agree or just want to fucking go along, and they're not even like, they're undercover Democrats that ran as Republicans in their states or in their district. You know what I mean?
That's the
like,
problem.
You're not going to change that. You're not going to sway those people.
You don't have to sway them. Shut the fucking government down.
Agreed. And also, like, here's my thing. When you have, like,
down.
Chuck Schumer and I forget the other guy was coming out, and they're like, this, or Mitch McConnell even, like, he's another, like, I don't I'll go back to that, but we have 80, like, the lady I posted on Instagram, she's 81 years old from Connecticut, Senate. Like, she's been there for 33 years. How do we have people? Listen, I get Trump, Biden, whatever. They are what they are. They're president, But how do we have 80 people that are 81 years old? I mean, that's 30 years older than me, 20 years older than you.
Hey,
I'm just
saying.
saying.
Easy.
But you take the younger generation, and there's more people closer to 70 and 80 than there are in their 20s and 30s.
That's because of all the abortions.
Well, no, I'm saying, like, in Congress in general.
Abort them fuckers.
In Congress in general, there's more people on that end than there is on the other end, and they're speaking, or supposed to be speaking, for the people that they represent, who are 20s and 30s now, and they don't.
That's because they're elite. They got the money, and they rigged the elections. All the fucking elections are rigged. There hasn't been a free and fair election in a very long time.
Correct. And that was my point when I posted it, because I'm like, because that's what people were saying. Like, how are people, like, how is this lady, and Mitch McConnell's been the same way, Pelosi, there's another guy, Grassley, like, he's a Republican. He's been in there for almost 40 some years. Like, these guys, and it's like we said before, there's a lot of people that don't speak up because they don't want you to know that they're even there.
Right.
Unless you look in, like, how long has this person been in Congress? And it's like,
holy shit.
wow. Oh, my goodness. So the presidents come and go, but these people have been there for decades, and they're the ones writing the bills, signing the bills, passing it. And, yeah, you're going to have the Republican president is going to go and sign the stuff that was more or less written for Republic, out of the Republican majority.
We need term limits.
Exactly.
I never really thought we would, but.
Well, that's my point. Like, how you have somebody 30-plus years. I mean, Biden was there for 47. He got in there in the late 70s before he even became.
And he was a racist.
Even before he became vice president. That's what cracks me up. Like, everybody's like, whoa, Joe's been there. Like, when he's talking about the bills and the economies and all this stuff, like we said before, he signed off on every war that we've had since the 70s. Every conflict, he signed off. Every bill, he's made millions off of it.
Yeah. But
going back to the Ukraine thing, like I see these, like, McConnell and well, here's what I don't understand. Like, even if, let's say, there's a path to victory for Ukraine, there's no shot. I mean, this guy's already telling the citizenry he went from 27 to 25. He wants to make it to 24, where you have to come on. you're getting into the military, because everybody's kind of like, Poland's like, no, you can't come in, because people are trying to flee the country because they don't want to fight in this war, because they're getting decimated, destroyed. Even if they're like, well, this isn't like the ground war of World War I and World War II, where Hitler's like marching through all these European countries.
Right.
Because
that's the lie they're peddling.
Because that's how the technology was then.
That Putin's going to be in Poland before you know it.
Like, if you wanted to go to Poland, you could just go to Poland.
He doesn't want Poland. I don't think he wants anything. And where's the diplomacy, though? Where's the talks? Where's the peace talks? Zelensky won't do it.
No, I know, because they got to keep on doing it.
Because he's sitting in his fucking castle collecting all our fucking money.
And it's going somewhere. But this is what I'm saying. Like, you just saw the rockets. Like, if Putin really wanted to go to America, like, if he defeats Ukraine, then he'll be on the doorstep of America. If he wanted to be on the doorstep of America, he could be here. He has a navy. He has submarines.
Right.
He has ballistic missiles.
If he does that, his country's over.
He has an Air Force too. Like, he can be like.
He doesn't want to do that.
Like, us going, you took down the towers. However, that happened. We went to Afghanistan across an ocean.
We took down the towers.
I'm just saying. We went across an ocean to Afghanistan and Iraq, and we obliterated it.
So 19 or 17 out of 19 of them Saudi.
Yeah, come on, man.
And then why do we go attack?
You can't attack the Saudis. That's where all our oil comes from.
Right, exactly. Bin Laden was a fucking scapegoat.
Well, he was a CIA asset when he was fighting the Soviets, which is, again, the big bad, Russians are the big bad bear is always the bad guy. But my point is, you're not going to, like, if you real legitimately wanted to, like, if Putin really wanted to go after, he wouldn't just go, I'm going to take this country, then I'm going to take this country, then I'm going to take this country. Like, it's not a step-by-step. He could just attack them all at one time.
Right.
We're not going to allow you to mass your forces on the border, Poland. You know what I mean? Yeah, he has Belarus on his side, too, which is on the other side of Ukraine. So even if you wanted to do that, it's not going to matter. You got Blinken over in China going, hey, man, can you stop helping him out?
Yeah.
And,
you stupid.
Xi Jinping is like,
Xi Jinping.
Sure.
Ping Chong Ching.
Whatever. Sure, we'll stop helping. We'll stop helping them, giving them materials and stuff like that. Come on.
Yeah, we'll stop making money.
It's the same. Yeah, it's. Here's the one thing I don't understand. Like, it's like I said about Lukoil. Like, why is Lukoil allowed to operate? It's a Russian gas company. Why is it allowed to operate in America if Russia's so bad? Why do we keep on allowing? You should kick them all out, right? They should all be abandoned fucking gas stations by now. why are we, if China's one of our biggest threats to our democracy, as though we've been told,
Why are we selling them land?
why are we selling them land? Why are we allowing them to just basically run roughshod over like all our R&D,
New World Order.
technologies, all our like
One ruler.
like
Joe Biden wants to be the king of the world.
why do we import, like I saw Joe Biden, why are we import so much stuff from China? Why are we allowing trade with China? Like,
because I need my shoes from Temu.
well, just like people don't look at it as the global, like it's all like, oh, we're at war. We're not friendly with those people. We're not friendly with those people. But the governments all work together. But we're told this other thing is like, well, no, you can't.
Right.
We can't have that.
What about TikTok? What about that TikTok bill? Let me ask you a question. They have like 9 months or something to divest. And what's going to happen if they don't? Because they're not going to. What's Joe going to do?
Nothing.
Don't. Is he gonna say don't?
Well, I don't care about TikTok anyway.
I don't care about TikTok anyway.
No, I'm just
but
saying, like
our government. The problem with TikTok is our government can't control it.
Well, yeah, that's the problem.
And they want it in the hands of somebody that will do what they fucking tell them to do.
Like Zuckerberg, where
and
he gives them all the backdoor information that they need to spy on American citizens through Instagram.
Because Biden needs all that propaganda outlets to be in his pocket.
Well, I think that's a problem too. Like, kind of like
I think he should leave TikTok alone, to be honest.
Well, that's
I'm not worried about a Chinese guy having my information.
Yeah, it's already too late.
Yeah, so I really don't care.
Yeah.
What are they going to do with it?
They're going to make you have AIU having sex with a goat or something. I don't know. I mean, as many hours as we have of the podcast and our voices and our faces.
Oh, yeah.
Like
a lot of manipulation.
You can do whatever you want at this point.
It's not a real goat, people.
I'm just going to be like, I don't know. That may have happened, actually. I'm not sure.
What's the Chinese army going to come to the bunker in Bethlehem?
No, It's
like, who cares?
Well, it's because, like you said, like it's a, you have an unregulated. I mean, we've been deleted. You were deleted. I've been deleted multiple times for posting stuff. So technically, there is censorship on there. Maybe they've become allowed, because I would post like clips of our show or stuff like that. So,
but most of it was anti-China stuff.
Mine wasn't.
What was it?
Mine was just anti-fucking this government, anti-Joe, you have a couple of snowflakes complaining and they delete the post, and then, the next thing you know, you're like, I'm going to repost it again, and you do it again, and
well, listen,
they delete you.
If the Joe Biden first of all, Joe Biden's on fucking TikTok.
No, I know.
Him and all his shills are on TikTok. So, anything that this government wants to get rid of, I got a problem with, because I don't trust these fucking guys.
And there's, like you said, like the government, they just, within that same thing or within the weekend, they signed that you don't need, like the FISA court doesn't need a warrant to grab your information. They can just do basically like they did to Trump without Trump even knowing, grabbing all his stuff and all his information, all his call logs, which they're probably already doing anyway. I mean, if you go back to when Snowden released all that stuff from the NSA, that was one of the things he was saying. Like, with your phones, like your info, like everything's out there. Like you have no, like the WhatsApp and all these other things that you think are secure aren't.
I know. Well,
because they have it all.
Technically, the chip that we all said we would never get is in our fucking back pocket.
Yeah, we were. Exactly.
We're already fucking chipped.
Well, that's why when they're like, I'm not getting a shot, but when they're like, it's not because I don't want to be tracked. I know I get the Google monthly update of every place I was,
right,
every month, because it's like, oh,
everybody knows where we're at.
Here's your most visited place, and obviously it's my route on my work, and it's like, here's your most visited stops, and I'm like, oh, what did I go this way for?
Yeah,
everything's like Jersey, North Jersey, or something like that.
Yeah, well, when I get my car on a Monday morning, it says an hour and 25 minutes to work.
It already knows.
It already knows. Then when I get in my car on a Saturday morning, it tells me, okay, you're 15 minutes from the gym. Fucking knows what I'm doing.
You got your pattern of life. Yeah. So listen, I think a lot of what you're saying, or a lot of it is like the information. They can't, you have a lot of, I don't know. I see like TikTok come across on Instagram, like people take the TikToks, rip them and then put them on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube even. So it's the way of information, because much like what we've been doing for the last couple of years, and a lot of people like us, it's we take the headlines, dig a little deeper than what you're looking on the ordinary news, and they don't like that fact that people are looking in other places, or
right.
When you have somebody with a 1.5 million views on a post that's only 15 seconds, they're like, well, that's misinformation, or is it? You know what I mean? Like, right. I know in that 15 seconds, that person probably got a lot of information out, or posted a link to a website or an article where you can go find it. But it's also, that's the time, that's the span of people nowadays.
Well, there's a lot of people with opinions, and that's free speech. That's
what they don't want.
Right.
There's a reason why, when we post stuff to the tube here, or whatever it is, or it's like, oh, you can't. Like, I had something off of Instagram, like they sent me, they were like, your post has been removed, and I'm like, oh, thinking it was something, from 2022. I'm like, I don't even care. Like, that shit's old news now. Well, and I don't even know why you would delete it, but I mean, it's at the bottom of my, whatever posts I have. It's all the way down at the bottom of the page, but it's like, all right, whatever. I'm thinking it was just something I just posted.
Now they're finally catching up to you.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's probably just maybe there's going to be a news article breaking about whatever that was, and somebody, I don't know. Like I said, you have a bunch.
You can't have the conspiracy theories be true.
2022 to 2024.
All our misinformation is coming true, and so they got to get rid of it. So
well, that's what happened. They blew a lot of the stuff out in the beginning with that stuff, and I think now that it's all come full circle to where it's all true, and all the stuff's breaking to where they know it's true. I mean, I know a lot of people that, watch just dog videos or recipes, or people people are able to monetize their TikTok. So a lot of young people do it. So if you're going to take that away, what alternative are you giving them? I mean, listen, I can't just, we've been doing it with this channel. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard work to build up a following. And if you're just going to go, that's monetized nonetheless. If
Especially when you're shadow banned.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if you're on TikTok, or you're making, you're an actual creator, and you are able to monetize your YouTube channels, or it's just monetization in general, like whatever platform you're on. If you're able to do that, and that's kind of like your source of income, because you put a lot of effort into it, then for him to just go, yeah, we're gonna get rid of it, whether it's 9 months or whatever time frame may be, it's irrelevant, because those people, there is no other platform. Like, we're on all these other platforms.
Well, it's funny how they gave them enough time to get to the election.
Well, yeah,
because they're not going to do anything before the election.
Well, yeah, because they don't want to really upset their people.
Right, they upset enough people.
But when Trump was it's so weird how, like, when Trump was talking about the TikTok ban, everybody's like, no. Now it's like, oh yeah.
Right.
Okay. So it's almost like, what? I don't get what we're doing. And then one more thing, like, on all this, like, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Well, when it comes to little kids on TikTok and stuff like that, I mean, where's the parents? The government shouldn't be the parent, and that's the problem I have with it. Don't give me that lame excuse that kids are on social media way too much.
Yeah.
I mean, every time my wife and I go out to dinner, there's a family, and everybody's got their phone or their pad out at the table.
Right.
And then you take that away from the kid, forget about it. They explode. So the problem is it's not the government's responsibility. It's the parents. The parents are the ones failing.
Right.
Not the government.
What I was thinking of, there's a guy, I forget who it was, and it's probably more than one. It's probably just, this one's only been the first guy that's been found out. Like, he put probably almost about $500,000 he bought stock in Meta over the last 3 weeks since this bill. And he was like a co-author of the bill.
Of course.
So he must know something. You know what I mean? Like, he's like, if Nancy can do it, why can't I? I'm gonna, he's
ain't just Nancy.
He's a co-author of the bill, so he's like, and listen, when that happens, when they write that bill that Congress can no longer, buy stocks and bonds and, work their, then you're at the last stage of this country's going to fucking fall apart, because that's the only way they're getting out of it. That's the only way, because they could easily write that bill. That bill could have been written over and over and over again, but they don't. And it's not just Nancy Pelosi. It's just...
Yeah, she's not the only one.
There's a whole bunch that do it.
Yeah.
Oh! That was a mouthful.
Well, at least you got it all out.
Oh, it's
Glad.
It's been a couple months.
Yeah, glad you're back, bro. It's good hanging out.
Yeah, man.
You want to go get some food?
Anja?
Yeah.
Sure, man. Sure.
We'll come back and bust out some more episodes.
Oh, I guess.
Let's go see what the girls
There's plenty to talk about, because, Joe did a surprise visit to all these places in PA.
I can't wait to talk about the Howard Stern interview.
Got rambled on. The Howard Stern interview.
Stay tuned for that one.
Bumbled on. So, yeah, there's plenty of stuff to talk about in the last couple of weeks.
Howard Stern, man. What a cocksucker.
But as always, make sure you hit the links below.
Please.
Official Patriot gear. All your Patriot swag. Reaper Apparel Company. I got this nice Live Free or Die shirt on. Liberty or Death.
I got a MAGA as fuck shirt on.
Yeah, I don't know where you got that. That's nice.
Yeah, man.
Redcon,
Make America great again, bro.
Redcon 1, Dave's going to start getting his protein from powdered.
Nope.
No? Too many variables of unknowns in there.
There's too many unknowns in there.
Well, that's what I do to keep this lean, mean.
This felt body.
Yeah.
Okay.
I keep working on it.
All
and
right.
My Patriot cigar, 15% off.
How's he doing?
They're doing good, man. He's always good.
Good.
He's got his MAGA mornings every morning.
My man.
8 a.m.
All right.
Everybody's good, man. We just got to get ourselves back on track and get this fucking guy out of here somehow. And again,
not just him. There's a whole shitload of them we got to get out.
You can
on both sides of the aisle.
Yeah, you can only do so much at one time unless you just... I don't even want to say it because then it'll be somebody knocking at my door.
Yeah, don't say that.
But yes, correct. We need to vote them all out. Restart all over. I don't know how to do it, how to get it done, but I guess
this government needs an enema.
A cleansing. Yes.
Orange Man out.
Thanks, everybody.